how can you know God the Creator? And how can you worship? Because the only being that you can worship is God the Creator. When we talk about ancestral veneration, we're not talking about worship here. We're not talking about you should worship your ancestors. You are not supposed to worship your ancestors. What you are supposed to do is to venerate your ancestors. Veneration is different from worship. Veneration means acknowledgement. It means respect. Just the way you acknowledge your mayors, your governors, your presidents, the way you venerate them, the way you respect them, that is how it is in the spirit, in spiritual things. You don't need to worship. And the only being you need to worship is God the Creator. It is only God the Creator that must be worshipped, but every other being can only be venerated. So if you come to African spirituality, we have it is about veneration of many deities and spiritual forces. And I keep telling people, in true sense of the word, that there is no diabolism. It is no act of diabolism in doing this. It is just for you to pay reverence and give reverence to who reverence is due to. That is how it works. So if you are an African living in diaspora, you can also invest back home by making sure that you are sending, no matter how small your money you're sending, it could be $100, it could be $200, it could be $500. You're making sure that you are sending these monies back home, that a spiritualist or a native doctor or a dibia can help you put these things in order, because some of you don't have the requisite environment to go on these spiritual practices. That is where you need the assistance of a third party. So, or in the place where you don't have the space to carry out these spiritual exercises, you can assign it to a spiritualist to carry it out for you. So please endeavor to make sure you put your spiritual life in order. I want to encourage every of African that is living in the diaspora, please endeavor to make sure you invest back home. And ways that you can do in investing back home is to make sure that you invest in African spirituality. In African spirituality, what we do is to teach you how to align with your spiritual forces, how to align with your ancestors, and how to make things work alright for you. Because I keep telling people that everything about life is not about money or material acquisition. It is about you knowing your purpose and knowing that the gift. Is about knowing your purpose and knowing the gift that you brought to this life, because your gift is yours to give to others and giving to the world at large. So that is the main reason why you are created. So you need to and only time you can be able to find your real gift or your real calling is by investing in your spiritual life, because only the spirit governs the physical. It is only the spirit that governs the physical. So if you invest in your spiritual life, your gift will come out to bear, and that is what you're going to give in exchange of money, in exchange. Because sometimes I find out that so many Africans that are living in the diaspora are doing some kind of menial jobs. They're doing some kind of skilled jobs that it is not their passion. They are just doing those jobs because they want to get by. So if you are one of those people that have been saving, you have been doing some skilled or menial jobs and you're trying hard to save, I'm telling you that the only time you're going to find out your real calling is by investing in your spiritual life. As a spiritual consultant, my job is to help you check. I can foretell the future. I can foretell what is going on in your life. I can foretell what has been done in the past in your life. And we do this by Alpha consultation. That is why I tell you that Alpha consultation is not diabolical. Alpha is only the way to diagnose you spiritually, to check what has been going on in your life, and also to check what may happen in the nearest future. Because only Alpha is beyond science. That science is finding it difficult to reach where Alpha has been, and Alpha is one of the things that our forebears, our ancestors have kept to us. And Alpha also is also a gift, because it's not everyone that has that gift. Both the clairvoyance gift, the clairvoyance gift, and all these the gift of seeing beyond the physical. So it's through after consultation you'll be able to unravel what is actually going on, because sometimes you see so many people, they visit the medical centers, I mean the hospitals, and at the end they can't find out the real problem of a particular ailment, and no matter how hard they try, they keep treating it, and there's no remedy until you go deep down into the spirit and discover what is going on. So if you're an African in the diaspora, make it a point of duty to invest in your spiritual life by aligning yourself with your ancestors, by knowing who your spiritual guide is, by knowing the entities of powers that are there to help you, that assist you physically, because spiritual governs the physical. You can assign it to a spiritualist to carry it out for you, and there is nothing repercussion in it, because it is following natural process. But in the case whereby you are doing, there are other things that are done in the extreme, which are always discourage people from doing. Those are the ones I will tell you that have repercussion. But anything that follows natural method doesn't have any repercussion. So if you have not invested back home, remember, before you left here, you left here, things weren't working. You are not supposed to leave it the same way, because you being there means that you're supposed to invest back home to see that things will work in the right perspective. And I keep telling you that one day Africa is going to be great.